Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of The Long Dark. We are on our way back to Jeremiah in his hut. We have his repaired overcoat, bearskin thing on our back, weighing us down. We're a good friend, that's basically what I'm saying with this. We've just been down there at those huts and we're just kind of cutting a little bit cross-country just to try and make the return journey a little bit easier and faster. And it is totally possible for us to climb up this. We completely failed in finding the trappers, the forest talkers supply caches, which is a bit sucky. It's kind of hard to tell what the hang on, what's that? What the rocks are from the thing. Oh, jeez, is that it? Did we stop right next to it at the end of the last episode?
Found it.
That is so typical. Oh, a rifle cleaning kit. Definitely have that. We may as well carry all of this. I can't believe we got so close to it and then I was just like, you know what, we're out of time. We're out of time and there's nothing we can do. So we are quite overweight with this. There are some things that we probably shouldn't be carrying and we should tear up.
Walk with this
but
much
we'll
gear.
sort all of them out when we get back. That is so typical though. So completely typical. So if my direction sense is right, this should be pointing in the rough direction to actually get us back. We're going to have to be careful of the wildlife as you'd expect, but we do have
I'd better find some water.
a good rifle and lots. No you don't. We could cut it apart, shall we? Let's take the skin. We're already loaded down. It's not going to slow us down any further. So we'll take the hide off. That'll take 45 minutes. That's not too bad. In fact, it'll take 30 minutes if we use the right tool for it. We are a bit dehydrated, but again, our condition is perfectly fine. So we can make our way back. Hopefully, before fatigue and everything else kicks in. Although those 40 minutes just then were enough that it's made it impossible for us to see what's happening. Now, if I bring up the map, what we've just done is we've just come from the logging camp area, and I think we're kind of coming through here. So either we'll hit the creek, which is cool because then we know where we are, or we'll hit the railroad, which is cool because we'll know where we are. Either of those would be acceptable at this point in time. That's our belly, not a wolf. And this is the frozen creek. Okay. So we know where we are. Frozen Creek is just here. If we carry on walking straight, we will find Jeremiah. I'm actually going to go just around on the left of this, because I think it's a slightly easier route for us to take. But we should get there without too much difficulty. Although it shouldn't end up being just a case of walking downhill. But it does make this part of the journey a fair bit easier. Now this may actually lead us to the railroad because we've kind of moved a little bit further to the left. But that's fine because that gives us another landmark to work with. And if not, we'll come across Max's last stand and from there we should be able to see where we're going. I'm actually surprised about how much of this game is just learning your way around, learning the landmarks and understanding your position. Without it, it's very, very easy to wander off the beaten track, get yourself lost, get yourself killed, and, well, not easy to get yourself killed, but it would be significantly easier to die. Just from exposure, starvation, and all that, if nothing else. Now we're not carrying anything smelly, so I'm not Are you not going to let us up here? Is that what you're going to do, game? Is that the way you want to play it? Let us up. There we go.
I need some water.
That's quite a way down. Right, we'll go around this way. Got to watch our ankles. And once we get back to Jeremiah's place, yeah, this will lead towards Max's last stand. Once we get back to Jeremiah's place, we'll be able to melt up some snow, get some water, satisfy that part of our condition. But our condition's perfectly fine at the moment. Now, is this actually the railroad? Have we turned far enough left? Yes, it is. So we wheeled around to the left. Being snowblind does mean that you can get a bit disoriented, but I'm fine with that. We specifically picked the direction we were going so that if that happened, we had another landmark to come up against. So we're actually going to end up going down just about there, I think. I think that's the one we want to go down. I want to find the tunnel first, and we'll kind of follow the edge round. We're a bit too overloaded to be able to run, which is a shame. But we don't mind doing this a bit slowly. It's possibly the only downside to this game is the amount of constant trudging that the game entails. I can imagine it doesn't necessarily make for the best watching as far as the storyline itself goes, because there's such large gaps in between the actual bits of plot and the game, like the main game itself. Main game being walking around a lot, and then you get a bit of plot, and then there's walking around a lot, and you get a bit of plot. Survival mode might be a bit different, but we'll have to see what that's like once we've gone through the main campaign. Now, we must have actually been a bit further north than I expected. Either that, or when you're moving slower, time really does actually slow down. Because I would have thought we'd be at the tunnel by now. It can't be much further. Oh, that looks like it might be starting to go in there. Visibility is so limited at the moment. Our condition is starting to go down because of dehydration. Food, we've got plenty of food on us, so I'm not too worried about that. We'll actually make it back to Jeremiah's before we need to fill our belly, I reckon. Now, knowing where we were beforehand, I know that we can't have got turned around enough to actually be heading north. So there is that as a saving grace, but this is a long way to go. I don't think there's a second railroad on this this map. Those must be the birds for Max's last stand. I was way out with my position. Actually, the Frozen Creek all the way down to Deadfall is a long way to go. Looking at that, that does make sense for the amount of time that we've been travelling, so I can't really complain. Let's bring up some food. Do we have any soda on us? I don't think so. Oh, we could have this. This will bring our hydration up a little bit. There we go. Just to stop us going down any further. Or take the edge off it, I should say. Now, you know you're really dehydrated when whatever fluid you put in your mouth tastes absolutely delicious. I remember one time when I spent the day at the beach and I didn't realise quite how dehydrated I was until I got back inside and I had a glass of water. And that glass of water, I kid you not, was the most delicious thing that I've ever drunk. Don't make me kill you. I will if I have to. But I really don't want to. So just back away. Leave me to do my thing. You go do your thing. You know, go be wolfy somewhere. Find a nice lady wolf. Kill some rabbits. That kind of thing. And I'll just be down here, like, doing my thing. Trying not to die in the cold. Trying not to shoot you. There we go. Once again, we are back to being dehydrated. But yeah, that glass of water, after being out in the sun all day, was so delicious. Okay, so carrying on following this round as we always do, we'll get that little valley path thing that it gives us. And that should take us quite nicely up and round to the trapper's place. Here we go, here's the little valley. Just a little bit further and we'll be over the lip. And he should be pretty happy with this. I mean, we've proven that we can hunt. We've proven we can fish. We've proven we can repair clothing. He should let us on. I don't think there's going to be any reason for him to not let us carry on at this point. Hell, we even burned his letters. He's got to be happy about that. So we'll see what he has to say. I mean, he may just end up being like, shrug, cheers. Did exactly what I asked. It's not like I'm going to pay you for it. But you know, Mackenzie, he's a trustworthy guy. He's a good man. Likes to help people out and forget about Astrid. Hell, we're still carrying her case around. Along with all these like random notes and stuff that we found along the way. We've still got her case, and her case is not light. I'm certain of it. Yeah, there was a super serious reason why Astrid was coming up here in the first place. I mean, she convinced us to fly in that goddamn storm. So what the hell is going on with that? Right, luckily, I know where we're going from here. Because, once again, snow blindness. So bad. Can't even see the guy's house. And it is right over here. It's just going to like suddenly appear from the whiteout as we get closer. There it is. So close, couldn't see it at all. Good job, Mackenzie. You made it back. So first things first, let's put the gun away. And we'll get some fluids. So, water, melt some snow. We'll do this a bit at a time. We'll get some water in us, we'll get some food in us, and then we'll melt some more water. And that way we won't end up like bottoming out on two things at the same time. Glug, glug, glug. Half a litre. Not going to be enough, but it'll do for now. We'll have some of these delicious old crackers. In fact, let's cancel on those. And we'll have the really, really old manky ones. 37% crackers. To be fair, I would eat 37% crackers. I'm almost certain they're not going to be the most terrible thing that we've eaten on this journey. In fact, considering we've had dog food and other disgusting things, cattail stalks, they can't have been nice. There we go, 2 litres of water. Much, much better. That'll be enough for us to drink, and then sleep, and then drink again. In fact, let's make us a herbal tea. We'll get some improved rest. So we'll drink this first, get a couple of calories. Top up on water. And then, yeah, we'll get a little bit of sleep. So those guts are cured. That's good. That wolf pelt is cured. Oh, the black bear hide is nearly cured. That wolf pelt is cured. Those guts are cured. Okay. Really, I should reorganize these. So, cured wolf pelt.
That'll come in handy.
We'll take that. Guts take. Guts take. So, guts. Drop those. We've got 2 fresh wolf pelts. We've got the cured one. Let's drop the cured one.
What have we here?
This is just to make sure that they're nice and consistent. Right, and this one's fresh. It's still curing, so we'll drop the other fresh pelts on top of it. Yeah, I wonder what we're going to be able to use that sapling for. We're going to hold on to it. It doesn't weigh too much. Yeah, they're going to take a while to do, but we can get some sleep, which is... Oh, some of that's ours. Cool. Right. Let's sleep for 12 hours, I think. Get a proper night's rest in. Alright, it's still dark out. That's absolutely fine. We need to drink again. Now, I don't think 12 hours of sleeping is enough to completely dehydrate you. I do think that's a little bit of an exaggeration. But, you know, we'll give it to the game. We'll finish off this MRE. Good number of calories for not a lot of weight. Same with this. And then we'll start talking to Jeremiah again. Right. So yeah, we found the Mystery Lake one. We've not found the Muskeg one or the Maintenance Yard one. There may be others dotted around as well, as I said before, but we'll see how it goes. Right, Jeremiah. Got your coat? Good as new. Good enough anyway. Is that it? Jeez. Well, he wasn't massively happy with that. Something else on your mind? Can we talk about the letters? I need you to do something for me before you meet Mystery Lake. What's that? I have some odd letters. Don't tell me correspondence person. Da, da, da. So we've already gone through this. Well, we did that. Alright. In that case... survival lessons. So let's talk about some survival skills. What do you want to tackle? We've done hunting, we've done fishing, we've done clothing. Harvestable plants. Okay. So we do have one more thing to do. As soon as you have your way, I'll never be a vegetarian out here. I'm sure it's no coincidence most of the animals out here are made of meat, Mackenzie. Aren't there any plants I can eat? Okay, so you can subsist on plants. Berries, nuts, mushrooms, but not much grows in winter. Cattails, fair enough. They don't taste like much, but keep you from starving. We'll find them at the lake. The mushrooms, make a tea, rose hips, and old man's beard. So all things that we've found these. Alright. Go ahead, mighty killer of fuzzy animals. Right, what does he actually want us to do? We've got to find 8 mushrooms, 8 old man's beard, 4 cattail stalks, and we've done the rose hips already. I place it in the container. Place it in the container. Okay. Right. What time is it? It's nearly morning. Let's sleep like 3 hours. And then we'll see what we can put in the container outside. But if we're going to have to hunt for the mushrooms, that's going to be a pain. Okay, so we'll put them in. 1 mushroom for what it's worth. Yeah. So, cattails. Probably... Oh, hell. Old man's beard on those trees over there. Is that a rabbit? Did we actually catch one? Oh, my word.
I think I can use this.
Well, it can stay there. We're not actually hungry. Get the old man's beard first. Probably that logging camp we're at. I think they had some mushrooms for that part of the challenge. Grab this. Grab this. So that's 4 out of 8. Yeah, we'll start heading back that way. What have I got in the way of weight at the moment? 35 kilograms. So we could just drop... Let's drop the mountaineering rope. We'll try and be a bit faster about this journey than we have been with the previous ones. Still going to keep the gun on me, of course. In fact, it's going to have to be inside for that rope. And there's already one in here. There's definitely a lot of useful tools. So drop that. And yeah, we can definitely drop the jerry can. Let's put that over here. We'll keep the rest and we'll sort out like supplies and repairing and stuff later. For now, we're mobile, which is the most important thing. We'll try and take advantage of that by keeping moving quickly. Now, I think actually getting to the main lake itself is going to be the best, because that will put us in a position to get across to that deadfall logging area. Oh, there's probably some cattails just right here, actually. No, not on this one. That's fine. I mean, they can't be everywhere. Just thought we were going to get lucky pretty quickly. We'll have to keep our eyes peeled in the trees because we still need 4 of those as well. The mushrooms are probably going to be the biggest pain. Almost certainly. Because I've only seen them growing on stumps before. The old man's beard we can probably just re-find in areas we've visited before. The big question is, did we pass any this way? Or am I just imagining it? Probably imagining it. Right. While I think about it, let's drink a little bit. And we'll get some calories in our belly as well, so we're not worrying about that. There we go. That'll probably do. Got to make sure we don't starve out here. There's no point going through all this if we're just going to collapse in the snow. So where are you hiding, little mushrooms? Eh? Eh? It's a shame that they do limit it to just stumps, because something like that fallen tree there, I would have thought that would be a prime point for fungus to grow. I don't think they've got any growing on it. Still, this is at least leading in roughly the right direction, so we'll carry on in this way. And we'll do a cut through to get towards the lake in a moment. There's a stump. Let's go have a nose. Of course, it's not going to be on every stump, but there is a whole bunch here, so significantly higher chance of getting what we need. I see some right there. And there's some more over the other side. Good, it's like I planned it. At least they come in clusters rather than like having to find them individually. Now we already had one, so that's 4, 5, 6. We just need 2 more. There's one over here, actually. So, one more to find. And hopefully that won't be too difficult. Anyone holding any mushrooms? Any? It's gonna suck if these are all devoid of them. Are they all like? Still, at least the old man's beard here is here, and there's enough of that for us to tick that off at least. There's a wolf over there that we got to watch out for. I'll keep to my bit. He keeps to his bit, and we'll not go near each other. So that's 1, 2. 3, and there's the 4th. Okay, we need 1 more mushroom and 4 cattail stalks. Okay, we're probably not going to get it this way, and we're actually moving further away from the lake. So, let's hurry back. We'll head across to the lake, and we might get lucky and find another mushroom on the way. That seems like our best plan. It's actually a pretty good place to harvest for things. I wonder if he's actually given us a marker or anything. I don't think so. No, it's just like, be out there and find them. Which is fine. I mean, you've got to do some things by yourself. Can't have like big giant map markers for everything. Go up this way in case there's any other stumps or anything. Yeah, slightly better off the beaten track, I feel. Then again, I could be completely wrong. I often am. But we always get there in the end. So this is leading us back towards the railway itself, which is good. It's going to take us up towards the lake. And the much needed cattails. There may actually be some logging that was done by the lake. So I don't mind hurrying along to this. Hurrying, of course, does use more calories, but we've got plenty with those MREs that we're holding. And there's even more food back at base. Plus there's an entire rabbit that we haven't gone near. Even if it is a bit frozen now. Just a bit frozen. Okay. So cattails found near water. We know this. We've seen them beforehand. And there is loads down here. Cattails for days. We'll take the stalk. We'll leave the head. Take the stalk, leave the head. Take the stalk, leave the head. And there's got to be another one. There's one. Take the stalk, leave the head. Okay, mushrooms are the only things that we are now missing. Did I leave something out here? I did. I left some frozen cargo pants. I honestly don't remember that. That's a little strange of me. Okay. Maybe if we go north along there. In fact, no. Going to the logging area is going to be the best bet. So we'll carry on north along the railroad. And that should give us what we need. Mushroom hunting in the middle of the wilderness. This is not exactly what Mackenzie would have thought he was going to be doing when he set off in the plane. It's supposed to be just a quick trip, you know, just fly up through a storm. It'll all be fine. Not to worry. We'll make it work, as we always do. Now, saw some old man's beard over there. Does that mean there's going to be little stumps? No, it looks like not. Okay, well, this way does head towards the logging camp, so... Just to show where we are on the map, this is just around here. Logging camps up there, clear cut, and all this. In fact, let's just carry straight north. It's going to be faster doing it that way. And if we see a little stump along the edge, we can always run over to check it out. I think I may stop and have that MRE in a moment as well. Just to keep our food levels high. Yeah, with so many falling trees around, I am a bit surprised that there aren't more mushrooms. Also quite surprised that they're growing directly from the stumps but not from other trees, because stumps themselves aren't necessarily dead. The tree itself has been cut off, of course, but the stump's still probably living. So if the argument is that the tree prevents the fungus from growing on it, you know, maybe it secretes some kind of like antifungal or something like that, then the stump itself will carry on doing that. I mean, having no tree above it wouldn't actually stop that process. Unless the tree itself had been properly killed with some kind of like herbicide thing. At which point I'd expect the fungus to still not grow, because the plant matter would be dead and poisoned. All fun thinking points. Right, we are nearly at that cut through to the logging camp. Made pretty good time actually, all things considered. It is a big advantage being able to run, not being completely overloaded with stuff. So obviously that does make a huge difference. I see you, wolf. But there are stumps over the other side. And I want to get... Right, let's go to these ones, actually. We just need, like, one more and then we'll get out. That's it. It's fine. Didn't hurt. We're not overloaded. Any mushroom. Any one of these stumps with a mushroom. This is not looking promising, fellow travellers. I really hope we haven't come all this way just for disappointment. I guess we're going to have to check the other stumps. Which is always a bit dangerous when there's wolves and things around. Let's hope they find a nice carcass to eat or something. Nothing on any of these, actually. It's just rocks. What a thoroughly disappointing logging area. Well, I mean, there's more for us to check out over that way. So it's not a complete loss, but... not what I was expecting. We've also got more to check out over there. So let's do these ones. If we're lucky, we can just be done with it and just, like, start heading back. It's crazy to think we were here just a short while ago. In fact, this is pretty much exactly where we started the episode off. If I'd known, I would have spent a bit of time looking around here before we headed back. We're going to be getting wet from all this as well. Oh, yeah. So, snowfall. Snowfall, very uncool. Yeah, that's looking like a no for these. No, okay. We'll go wide and we'll hope to find some around the corner. I saw the wolf over to the right, so we don't need to worry about him. He's doing his own thing. Oh geez, there's another. Of course there's another. This is the most likely place for us to get mushrooms, so... In fact, is that 2 wolves? That is 2 wolves. Three wolves, even. That's a lot of wolves. And I'm not seeing any mushrooms growing on these. So I think we'll give them a wide berth. And we'll sort of start making our way back.
Damn.
Ah!
You gotta be more careful.
Sprained ankle and sprained wrist. We didn't exactly fall over. Taking painkillers. Taking painkillers. Right, we're now out of painkillers. But that's just from moving on a slope. The game does not like you moving on slopes. Something we kind of got used to. I mean, originally I thought it was giving us loads of painkillers and we weren't going to need that many. Now I'm thinking it's probably giving you the right number, just knowing how the game works with certain mechanics. Yeah, I suspect we're gonna... So at the moment, I think we're heading across like this area, and we're gonna start coming down here. So we're gonna pass by the pond where we did the stag hunting before, and we're gonna carry on heading south from there. But I think that's probably a good point for us to finish this episode off. Bit of a shame that we didn't find the last of the mushrooms, but I'm sure we'll pick it up next time. Oh, look at this. There's a whole new area for us to have a look at over here. This is going to be fun. If you are enjoying these videos, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Drop me a comment down below to let me know that you're out there watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, if you do so, then you'll be notified when the next episodes go live. So please do that now. And yeah, I will see you next time for another episode of The Long Dark. This is a hell of a lot of fun, and we're going to see where the storyline takes us. I'll see you soon.